traveling the world. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe to my channel. If you've already subscribed, kindly click on the notification bell so that you get updates on my new videos, and also comment down below. So today I'm going to focus on the girl child, the ills of the society and the life of a girl child, using myself as a case study, my own experience growing up. Yes, I will also call it Chronicles of a Girl Child. Once upon a time, when I was a little girl, I grew up in a neighborhood that is mixed with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And due to the nature of my mom's business, we encounter a lot of people then, because she sells food stuff, she sells consumables too. So my parents were very busy people. My dad was working, my mom was doing her business, and we were helping her to run a business. My parents, I would say, were very strict in bringing up their children, because I'm from a very strong Christian home. My mom is a devoted Christian. My dad is also a devoted Catholic. So they left no stone unturned when they were bringing us up. My mom would not tolerate any nonsense from her children, including the boys and the girls, all of us. But I had the, I would say, my own case was the worst, because because I'm a girl and the first daughter at that. So I received most of the beating from my parents. Yes. Though the Bible says spare the rod and spoil the child, it doesn't mean that the only way to correct a child is by flogging the child, is by spanking the child at every given time. It only makes the child to be hardened. Yes, I'll say, okay, there was a point in time in my life when I grew into the age of puberty. That's the age when you start developing reproductive organs. Like the girl, she starts having breasts and she starts menstruating. So when I started menstruating, I couldn't tell my mom about it because I was scared of her. I didn't have a mother-child relationship with her. It's not like we don't spend time together, but we never discuss sensitive matters like that as mother and child. And she never told me for once that I was going to start experiencing such later on in my life. What helped me was the experience I had in school, and during extracurricular activities. They came to tell us how to take care of ourselves during menstruation, and they even gave us sanitary towels. But because I wasn't menstruating then, I have to give it out to a senior friend of mine. So when I started menstruating, I recalled some of what I was told then. And guess what? I didn't have pad to use. I didn't have money to buy it. So because I was also stubborn, I had to use tissue paper. I didn't tell my mom, because if I had told her, she would have gotten the pad for me. But I started using tissue paper. And my mom found out. Mothers can be very nosy and watching every move you make as a child. So she found out, because I was careless, I had to discard the tissue paper stained with blood in the toilet, and she saw it. When she saw it, she was like, "Who did this?" She called me because she knew that I could be the one. She called me. I was like, "Where is this coming from? Is it you? Was it you that dropped this in the toilet?" I was scared. I told her yes. I thought she was going to beat me because she normally beats me, so I didn't know what was going to happen to me. But lo and behold, she did not beat me. She sat me down and said, "Okay, you started menstruating. This is what you should do. How you take care of yourself. You use a pad, and when it's after some time you change it. When it's full, or when you are not comfortable, you change it from time to time. She even taught me how to improvise with tissue paper if I don't have pad. To her, it was hygienic using tissue paper, but now it isn't hygienic because of infection that might occur. Maybe I'll treat that another day. But that was it. That was the whole thing she told me. She never told me that, okay, I'm going to fall into the hands of men that would lure me to bed, that would deceive me. Because, yeah, I was very pretty. I know at that stage, teenage age is the time of a girl is at her prime. Her beauty started, expanding. She starts glowing. So my mom never told me. But, had friends, and she didn't really like me mingling with anybody, male or female. She doesn't want them around me. She felt they were going to corrupt me. She even hardly allows me to go out. Most of the time, I'm indoors. Alright? The only time I had opportunity to go out was when I was going to church. So it was that serious. She was trying to protect her own. She was trying to protect her daughter from falling into evil men out there. I won't blame her. I love my mom so much. Yes. But as I was growing up, when I got to secondary school, SS class, some of my classmates, they were already the Yopi girls, they were already the big girls in town. Most of them had boyfriends. Even some of the girls around in my neighborhood, I started seeing them with nice clothing, male counterparts. I was eyeing them like thinking that they were the happening girls. They have arrived. Why am I left out? Why am I not like these girls? Why am I not given the freedom to do what these girls are doing? You get? I didn't know that I was in for a big one if I have to toe that path. My mom didn't tell me that if a man comes to me, I should report to her. I should tell the guy that no, this thing should wait. So men started approaching me. I was, sending them away. I was telling them no, I didn't want. But there come a time in my life when I needed to go out. I needed something new. I needed a friend. Because my parents were not really that much of a friend to me. They were just there providing my needs as parents, but they didn't discuss anything other than that to me or with me. So I needed somebody, a companion. Although at that stage in time, I wasn't supposed to be thinking of a male friend. I was supposed to be in school, studying, But as a teenage girl, I think it's typical at that age. Most of them, they want to explore, they want to try new things. And if they're not careful, they might deviate from the right path. So what am I saying? I met this particular guy. He was living in my neighborhood then. Tall, handsome, cute guy. I really liked cute guys. Then I thought maybe they were the ones that good, and when you're with a cute guy, you're on top of the world. So this guy came approaching me. From time to time, he will come to my mom's shop whenever I'm there. We'll talk and all that. So I started falling for this guy. But I never told anyone. I didn't even tell my mom or my siblings, because most of my siblings were male. My siblings, I have 5 brothers and 1 sister. And she's the last. Who do I talk to? There was no one to really express my feelings to. So I felt I was in love with this guy, and this guy was in love with me. Girlfriend, it is not love. At that stage in your life, you are meant to be focused in school, studying how to make good grades. What was actually going on was infatuation. Yes. So this guy invited me over to his house to visit him. Initially, I didn't like the idea because from the kind of home I grew up, I know it's wrong to involve in immorality, sexual immorality with a male, to involve in premarital sex. But my feelings got the better part of me, and I fell into this guy's trap. He finally succeeded in luring me to bed, and the rest is history. My mom never knew when that happened. So, what am I saying? As parents, we should try to inculcate these values in our children, not only the female, but also the male children. Tell them why they should and respect their body, and how they should remain chaste until they come of age. Tell them about sex. Tell them about the opposite sex. Lecture them about the changes in their body and damages and harms they are about to face if they fall into premarital sex. You know? Because most parents feel that their children are still young, they are too small to have a knowledge of what sex is all about. No, you have to tell them. No age is too small. Even your 5-year-old is grown up. Now we hear about child molestation, children of 2 years, and even less being raped and molested by adults. So talk to them about their body, the parts of their body where people should not tamper with. And if they dare to do that, if they try to touch those parts of their body, they should run to you and report to you. They should even shout and run away. In that way, a lot of things will be prevented. Tell them about premarital sex and the dangers that lie in them. You know, some of them, you see, after that, the guy in question might not even be with them. They will leave them to another person, and then you see the girl being heartbroken and even suicidal. They have this thought of killing themselves. That's how we have some teenage suicide happening now. It's because of all this emotional trauma. There's no stage in one's life that is easy to tackle trauma, emotional trauma, even as an adult. You know how it feels like when someone deceives you or disappoints you. How much more a teenage child that's just growing doesn't even understand the concept of love. So you tell them, yes, as a Catholic, we don't believe in contraceptives and the use of contraceptives, but you need to let them know. It prevents them from so many things. Let them know about these contraceptives and the dangers that lie in them. Better still, they should abstain from premarital sex until they attain the age of maturity, until they are through with their studies and they're ready to settle down. Then they will not decide for themselves. When they find the right person, they can start indulging in these things. It will save you, the parents, on the long run. Because the mistake you make today as a child is going to live with you for the rest of your existence. So like the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. Let us talk about these things. Tell our children, as a child, if you have any questions on anything, go to your parents. If your parents are not the kind of people that you will engage with, talk to your teacher. Talk to an elderly one. And our churches and mosques, they are not even helping matters in these issues. They don't even discuss these things openly. Maybe now, but as at then, there was nothing like that. Even the fellows in the church, the men that are older than you, some of them are not even good. They are the ones that you even defile you first as a child. before you realize what has happened to you. So let's make this a public topic. Let us say it everywhere. Even as a senior person in society, as an elder sister, talk to your younger ones about these things, how to prevent all these damages from occurring to them, so that they will become more fulfilled individuals in society. When they look at their past, they will know that yes, they lived a decent life as a teenager, and maybe along the line too, they will also educate others on the importance of this. So, and on my next topic, I'm going to talk about female hygiene. And I'm also going to talk about subsequently on how to delay gratification. And the men are not left out. I'm also going to bring a topic concerning the men. Alright, if you've not subscribed, subscribe so that you get updates on my subsequent edition on this series, Chronicles of a Girl Child. Thank you for listening to me. If you have any question, you can put it down in the comment section. If you have a story that you want to share, you can also put it down and I'll read it, or you can send me an email so that I will share your story as well for others to learn from it. And if you don't want your identity to be known, I'll make it anonymous.